Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com.
This week on Duel Review, Heavy Rain followed by The Fox and the Hound.
We take a look at The Man from Nowhere, and we start off the week with Suicide Squad and other 52 comics.
New 52.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Hello everybody, today is the 16th of January and we're going to be doing Suicide Squad and some other New 52s.
That's right, and New 52 is the relaunch that DC is doing, and the premise of the 52 is every single active storyline, every single active comic has been cut. Everything's done. You know, everything stops.
Rebooted, yeah.
And they're restarting everything with 52 comics. Suicide Squad was one of them. And I'm interested, as always, in Suicide Squad because I like the idea of bad people doing good things, whether they like it or not. Like all the other 52 comics, they're, how many episodes now? 4? This month would be 5. So they're 5 issues in. And it follows the story of superpowered villains who are imprisoned and on death row, of them being Harley Quinn, Deathstroke, no, not Deathstroke, Deadshot, thank you, Deadshot, and King Shark, who are the main characters. There's other main characters, but they're the
Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo. Oh, they're totally on the they're on the continual team, and basically the government hires them. They strap bombs to their neck and sends them out to do stuff. And if they don't do it, they blow them up because they're on death row. Anyways.
Right, so they're implanted with incentive to be good.
Implanted with incentive. That sounds like a James Bond movie.
Which is different than, because immediately I start thinking of Thunderbolts. If you're familiar with Thunderbolts, that's a Marvel property, and it's a bunch of bad guys. Well, Songbird has always been kind of iffy,
right?
But it's like what's his name? Captain America's nemesis with the pink sock and the fur. What's his name? Baron something. Anyway, it's a bunch of these
what is his name?
Villains that decide to be good. They basically decide on their own, and they do some iffy stuff still, and it's hard for them to continue to be good. But that's very different than this. They are forced to be good.
Right. And that brings out a very interesting dynamic, which I think makes the book compelling, and that's they're all going to work in their self-interest. So if they're helping others, it's specifically so that they can help themselves, mostly to survive. And I should mention now that with the exception of the first 3 that I mentioned, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and King Shark, thank you, there is a revolving cast, and people die, people get, moved away. So it's definitely compelling. Plus, I like to see Harley Quinn in something other than being right next to Joker. I totally want to see her. And if you
saw that with Joker, Harley Quinn and Eve, though. What is it, the Sirens?
Right, yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
I love Harley's personality. I really do, and I love the little quips. And it's like somebody just keels over, and she immediately is like, "I didn't do it." Like she just, she's great, comic relief, and I like some of the choices they made artistically for her. I don't know. She's really the only character I connect to in this.
In this comic, yeah.
The only ones I really know about are Deadshot and Harley Quinn, and I don't like Deadshot very much. He's just kind of like a Bullseye. I don't really like Bullseye in Marvel either.
Yeah, well, in this comic, he takes a leadership role, and his leadership is relinquished and given to Captain Boomerang, but not really.
Not really.
Yeah, it's very, and I like that kind of. Twist play.
Yeah, it kind of sets you up as the reader.
Plot.
You're not really sure what to believe.
It's a twist.
Yeah, right, exactly. Robot Chicken. Someone's been watching.
Harley Quinn. A lot of people are very upset that they made her outfit as skimpy as it is. It's essentially hot pants and a corset.
Yeah, it's not honestly. When you told me that, I was like, "Oh crap!" What did they give her, like a Brazilian bikini? It's like has little tiny triangles or something, like they did with Sunfire, whatever her name is. They totally did that. But anyway, it's not that bad. But it's weird that Harley Quinn was one of those characters that was mostly clothed, a lot like Catwoman too, even though Catwoman has the deep V,
Yeah.
but still mostly clothed. That you still, people still found attractive and alluring, and it worked. And there's no real reason to change that. And by changing that, you kind of make her more like everybody else.
Well,
But I love what they did with her hair and her makeup.
well, I noticed that she looks more like she does in Arkham City.
Yeah, a little
The
bit.
video game.
But the only reason why is because her corset has like little strappy things that kind
Yeah,
of.
but also she has the pigtails.
Well, that's true. But I mean, it's blonde pigtails, and I mean, it's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this one's kind of blue and I mean.
And I don't
yeah.
mind them playing with that, but it is.
And her makeup's kind of got that.
Like I say,
evil
even if
smile.
they were trying to sex her up, like I can understand they seem to sex up a lot of these characters in the New 52, and I'm not sure I'm really happy about that. They seem to oversex, and then they give the women like sexual whatever like liberation, but it's not really
Right,
liberation because they act like a typical male fantasy.
It's funny.
But
I'm sorry. We reviewed Voodoo, and
Right.
I read a review or a little blurb saying that one of the creators was like, we really wanted a strong female character, so we came up with Voodoo, and I was like, or we didn't come up with Voodoo, but we made Voodoo who she is, and I was, and we had talked about it. She's an alien, so we're not even sure if she is technically a she.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice to do that because it kind of. Whatever.
What I'm hoping for is that Suicide Squad will really bring out the strength in Harley Quinn, really mature her. Because even in this, right now, she looks like a teenager. You look
Yeah.
at her and she totally looks like a teenager, like a little, like
Yeah.
a badass, cheerleader, essentially.
She has a lot more strength in some of the animes,
Right.
or in some of the animations, and then in like the Sirens book, she's definitely a big part. And so I don't know. It almost seems like they're taking her down a peg, honestly, and making
Right.
her a sidekick again. But it could change. I mean, it's the same thing we said with Voodoo. Is that possibly there's some hope there, but right now it doesn't seem. Basically, by and large, these New 52 don't seem that new.
Right.
That's the thing.
And what I'm saying is, with Suicide Squad, she looks young in the beginning, but again, this is a complete rehaul of everything. So I'm hoping that they start with her young
say
and
that,
she
but
matures.
It's not though, because they're talking about how Joker is
Yeah.
possibly dead.
Yeah, Deadshot, was it Deadshot or Captain Boomerang? One of them told Harley Quinn that Joker's dead, he was shot, and if that is true, because I haven't read all of the New 52, so I'm not 100%, but if that is correct, then, Batman's role is going to be completely...
Yeah, I'm not...
But then again, we don't know where in the timeline this fits.
I don't really think that'll be true, but to my thing is, that instantly shows you that they're already relying on what we know as the characters from before.
That's
so
very
it's
true.
just not. It just doesn't. To me, it feels like they're saying, "Oh, look, there's way too many plot lines going on right now, so we're just going to cut them off and start somewhere else." So it almost feels lazy than reinventive to me. I mean, I think that it's a good point if you guys are interested in any of the DC characters to pick them up. But what I keep hearing is that people that don't care about the DC characters, this does not make them care. And those that liked the DC characters are okay with it. I mean, it's like
You're
it's just more of
absolutely
the
right.
same.
I didn't even think about that, but I did not take for granted the knowledge of the characters that I already had. But you're absolutely right. I don't think that these, especially Suicide Squad, would be new reader friendly.
Right. I mean, Voodoo.
Yeah, Voodoo, I would say, yeah.
Well, Voodoo did show you, like who this person was, but not many people were familiar with her to begin with.
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
because she was Image property. I mean, myself included. But yeah, like Harley Quinn, I already know everything about her. So when she says a comment, it's like, oh, I know her past. I know that she's funny or whatever. I don't know. It's hard to look at these already being familiar with the characters because they're exactly the same characters. Like they don't like make Superman not be able to fly or something like that. They don't do anything monumental.
But they do put him in jeans.
About time. That's what I say.
That's very true.
The more unitard.
Well, he does still have that armored
suit. Basically, they did what they did with Batman and just started drawing lines to make it look like it was
armored or pieced together.
sewn suit. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, again, the New 52 doesn't seem that new. I mean, I want to read more of this, but just really because I like
Right.
Harley Quinn and I want to see how they use her because she's more of a starring role in this, so I'm really interested in that.
Right.
And I think they did miss an opportunity with Sirens. Do people really like Poison Ivy? Like as far as like her story and stuff? I don't know. It's kind of iffy for me.
I'm not a huge fan of Ivy. I don't really care for her at all.
So and then Catwoman was in there a little bit, but
as far as other New 52, I picked up Animal Man. If you haven't read that, I would suggest that as a good New 52 to read. I also got Teen Titans. I like it, because I've always liked the Teen Titans,
But they're totally different, though.
They're slightly different, yeah.
I mean, but aren't they like different members?
Yes and no.
Because there's no Cyborg, right?
No, there's not.
And there's no Animal Boy.
No, there's not.
So, but there is Starfire. Is she the same, or is that that's a different
No,
character
that's
too?
a different character too.
So
But
they're all different.
There's Kid Flash. You have Kid Flash, Wonder Girl.
I mean, maybe I've been out for a while, and there's a new Teen Titans currently, or like
well,
before
if this is a revamp, then shouldn't it be the original squad? But again, it's a revamp, so they can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing.
And instead of Robin, they have Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Yum.
That's a Washington thing, I think.
No, I think Red Robin's everywhere.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Poor choice for a name.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading more about Suicide Squad, as I am picking up other 52 titles. Someone has suggested to us to read Voodoo, which we did. If you have any other suggestions for a new 52,
yeah,
we are not big on the DC camp, so we don't know.
I would love to love these. I would.
Yes, you're right. I would love to love these. So if you can,
Aquaman
tell
aside. Well, actually, not Aquaman.
if they did something great with Aquaman, I can't imagine what. But if they did something great, I would read it. So if you want to suggest any new 52 to us, please do, because I am looking to, especially now that it's restarting, I want to get more knowledge into DC, because I am from the Marvel/Image camp. So
yeah, we should check out the ones that we really don't like Green Lantern and Aquaman, and see what happens.
I heard Green Arrow was kind of okay, but
yes, I don't like him either. All right, that's it. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, show us support any way you can. Thank you so much.
Oh, and if you're going to be going to Comic-Con, the Emerald City Comic-Con, let me know. I'm trying to get I want to know.
Please do comment us. We'll comment you back.
Bye.
See ya.
Yes.
That was nice. Very fluid.
It was very fluid. It was like boom.
No longer my friend.
What?
You just killed our friendship. That's what that was. Just kidding. It was dead. Next up, it's Heavy Rain, the video game. Start off the week with Suicide Squad and other 52 comics.
New 52.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Gonna do it one more time? We'll be fine.
I think it's good. Okay. Because I like this saying New 52 in unison. We should say more things in unison.
Okay. You're gonna try to do it, aren't you?
I'm going to, yeah. I just gotta think of what you're about to say.
On
today's Do Review.
Today is Monday the 16th, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the new 52 comics, specifically Suicide Squad this time.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
I was like, wait, am I doing the research for this? What's going on? I can't remember my dad. You want some more sugar?
Huh?
Sugar puss.
No, thank you, silly man.
Alright. I am silly man. My niece says so.
And I'm apparently sugar push. Sugar puss.
He puts sugar in his puss. He's sugar puss.
They're not supposed to know that.
Your puss is your face. Everybody knows that.
I'm pretty sure no one knows that. I'm pretty sure everyone else has other thoughts on their mind.
Well, I'm from the 1930s, and it's your face. It is. It's your puss. I don't like the way your puss looks.
Stop saying that.
You never heard that expression?
I've never heard anyone refer to it.
I don't like the look of your, I don't like your puss or whatever.
I don't like your
smack you right in the puss. It's always funny if you think it means the other one.
I'm gonna smack you.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking it up right now.
I'm gonna smack you in your puss.
So wait a bit. So I was calling you Sugar Puss, and you thought I was calling you Sugar that?
What? No. I thought you were doing like Stanglepuss. That's a valid name. I can get that. But when you start breaking it up because you put sugar in your puss, it's like what?
Define puss.
How's it spelled? Is it just F-U-S-S?
Okay, it's akin to Dutch pose.
What?
Face. She smacked him in the puss. Shut your puss before I shut it for you.
Totally never heard that before.
Well, it also means cat, kitty, pussy, pussy cat.
Okay.